are students from Philosophy, Politics, Economics, Thammasat University. Today we are going to interview the lecturer from International Study ASEAN-China.
What's your name?
Okay, hi, good afternoon. My name is Ajarn Natthaphon Tripornchaisak.
For the first question, do you think Thailand is ready for the coming of ASEAN community?
Okay, so like I said, my name is Natthaphon Tripornchaisak. I am a lecturer of International Studies, ASEAN-China. I'm also a committee member of the program. I'm also a full-time lecturer of the English department. So the question that you asked is that whether or not we're ready for the upcoming ASEAN community in the end of this year, 2015 at the moment. Well, it's a good question, but I think the answer that we have to give out is yes, we have to be ready. It doesn't really matter if we're ready or not, but we have to be ready. Because with the emergence of the ASEAN community, we will definitely see a lot of influx of migrant workers. And this time we're not talking only about unskilled laborers. We're also talking about skilled laborers, educated laborers from, I would say, Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia, and other places from other ASEAN countries. We see a lot of that. So we have to prepare ourselves in terms of our knowledge, our language skills, in order to respond to the upcoming milestone.
Yes, and the next question, how the ASEAN community affect on Thammasat University to set up this program?
Well, definitely, and the whole reason that we decided to come up with this program is because of the ASEAN community, right? We wanted to create a program that would help Thailand and the ASEAN community to study about each other. Okay, and this program would allow students to be able to understand more, not only about neighbors, meaning ASEAN countries, but also about China, which is, of course, it's a new big power in Asia and the world at the moment.
Yes, and what are the benefits of studying in this program?
Okay, the benefits of studying, well, one, it's the reason it is special is because it's integrated. If you go around Thailand, you will see a lot of ASEAN this, ASEAN that, ASEAN programs, so to say. But our program places an emphasis on China as well, because we realize how important China is to the world and to ASEAN itself. So we'll be learning about both ASEAN and China. And of course, not only we will study in terms of political, social, cultural, and linguistic aspects of the two communities. We also require students to take a third language, which could be an ASEAN language or Mandarin. So students are required to take one language apart from English, which is, of course, the medium of teaching. Yeah.
Next question. Can you explain about the curriculum of this program?
Well, I have to. The curriculum, of course, every class is taught in English, except if you're studying say Bahasa Melayu, then the language would be Bahasa Melayu in class. But all the classes, most classes are in English, are taught in English. And I'll just give you some examples of some elective courses of this our program. Say IAC 216, which is ethnicity in ASEAN. We'll talk about different ethnicities in ASEAN. Not only the ethnicities that we see at the moment, but the minority groups in ASEAN. In fact, last week we had our event, our big movie event called Hope of ASEAN, which the students got to see different movies from different ASEAN movies, and one of them was called Michael's, which we looked into the lives of the Rohingyas. Yeah. And one of the courses that I'm responsible for is it's called intercultural communication. In the course we try to compare different linguistic practices of different nations, and I believe these kinds of courses would enable students to become well-rounded and versatile in terms of using their knowledge and delivering it in a very proficient way. Yeah. I hope I answered the question. Yeah.
Yes, and the next question, what are the nationality of lecturers who teach in this program?
Nationalities. Well, we have lecturers from many places. Well, I myself, I am a Thai, so we have Thai lecturers, of course, and we have, if it's a language course, it usually is taught by a native speaker. So, say Bahasa Melayu is taught by, of course, a Malaysian, and Bahasa Indonesia by Ajarn Dr. Hammam, who's from Indonesia, and we have native speakers of English, Dr. Thomas Hoy from Australia, and apart from that, we also have lecturers who specialize in their own field. For example, Dr. Thammasat, who specializes in Chinese historiography, and she also teaches Chinese basic Chinese to our students as well.
What are the specialization of lecturer in this program?
Well, to emphasize more, which I kind of answered that already. Well, I myself, my specialization is in cross-cultural communication, and so we have Dr. Thammasat, whose specialization is in Chinese studies. So it really depends on which course you were talking about. And also Ajarn Wong, she looks at history, ASEAN history, and I believe she also is interested in ethnicity of ASEAN people, and comparing linguistic practices around ASEAN as well. I believe that's what she specializes in. Yeah.
What's about the further study of IX student?
So sorry, what was it?
Further study.
The further studies, okay. Well, our goal is to equip our students with knowledge and language skills of ASEAN and China. So once the students have graduated from our program, we expect our students to be able to go on their studies, be it in Thailand or abroad, in the field of a more specific field such as ASEAN, ethnicity. It really depends on the student's interest, and of course, they spend 4 years here, So that would probably give them some answers of what they really want to pursue in terms of their, of course, further studies and career in the future.
After graduation, what are the field of work that they
Field of work. Well, we plan to have students in many fields of work. For example, at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, multinational companies, the students could become interpreter, translator. And what's significant is that they will not only have the knowledge, but also the language skills needed for the job. So it's not limited to just, being a doctor or a lawyer. It's really wide open for the student to choose, and this will be based on their expertise and interests.
And the last question, does this program create the quality student to respond for ASEAN community?
Well, we have experienced faculty members, and the program is specifically designed. This is the first time in Thailand that we have such program, which combines, ASEAN and China as one. And well, we haven't had any graduates yet. We have 2 years right now. First year we have 45 students, and 39 of which are Thais, and then we have 5 Chinese students. And this year we have 60 students, actually 66 students, and 5 it's Chinese students, and the other one is Japanese. Yeah. We haven't had, like I said, we haven't had any graduates yet, but our aim is to, of course, encourage them to be up to Thammasat standards. Okay, and as a faculty member, I think we're doing our best right now. Okay, so we are in the progress of cultivating them, I would say. Yeah.
Thank you for your interview.
Okay, well, thank you very much for coming.